Hey there guys, what's up? It's Autobot Mike 18 here with some pretty big movie news that I definitely have to share with you guys. Definitely give you guys my thoughts on this topic since it exploded over the internet a couple days ago. This is some pretty big Sony movie news, and I'm sure you guys have already heard of it. I'm pretty sure you have. But what I want to do is just give you guys my thoughts on the whole situation. But anyway, guys, sorry for the fact that this bit of news was revealed yesterday, Wednesday the 17th. I did not get a chance to post a video on this news because I reviewed the Survivor finale last night. Check that review out on my channel. And today, all day, I was busy. I had my last class of my first semester of college in film school, which means I'm off for a whole month, and I honestly cannot wait to relax for most of this month. It's a vacation I really need because I am just extremely drained. But anyway, guys, apart from that, so be prepared. I'm going to be just like shooting videos at you guys between now and the end of the month, because I got to get all the end of the year video stuff together. Best movies of the year list, all that stuff. I'm going to be giving it to you guys. So, anyway, I had to find time to talk about this. I think it's really controversial. I think both factors in this whole situation, I think both are stupid. And I definitely want to get my thoughts. Anyway, of course, I'm sure you guys know what I'm referring to. It's, of course, the whole scandal that's going on, the whole controversy that's going on with Seth Rogen's newest film called The Interview, starring himself and James Franco, directed by him and Evan Goldberg, who just directed This Is the End, the two of them. Now they're directing The Interview, and what I'm going to do, guys, in this video, I'm going to sum up what has basically been going on with this news, with this controversy, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts, which is the point of this video, is to give you my thoughts and my stance on this whole thing, why I feel it's dumb, why I feel both sides are not doing the right thing, and so on. So, anyway, I'm sure you guys have heard, I think news broke earlier this summer, actually, that North Korea was upset when they heard that Seth Rogen was making a new film called The Interview, where the two main characters in the film, being Seth Rogen and James Franco, traveled to North Korea to have an interview with the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. I hope I'm saying his name right. They go to have an interview with him. However, they are both approached by the CIA, and they are asked to assassinate him as they go in for this interview with him. So the whole movie, they're like, what the hell are we going to do? Are we actually going to carry out the CIA assassination plot? Should we take out Kim Jong-un? Or what are the consequences? Blah, blah, blah. So that's the point of the movie. And as soon as North Korea heard about this, they got pissed, okay? And I think they announced in the summer, actually, that if we ended up playing the movie, they were going to respond, and not in a very safe way. I don't know if at that point they had threatened movie theaters that were going to play the film. They might have, but they just threatened a whole bunch of movie theaters yesterday and 2 days ago. So I'm going to get into that shortly. Anyway, so that's when everything started, when they found out about the film and when they found out when we were releasing the film. Of course, The Interview was supposed to actually come out October 10th, the weekend The Judge came out, and I think they should have just stuck to that release date because maybe we would have a movie now. Now we don't have a movie, which I'll get into. But they pushed it back to Christmas Day for whatever reason, and now we don't have a movie. So, anyway, so that's what started everything. And now, granted, just to give you early thoughts on that, North Korea gets pissed because we make a movie about how we want to kill their leader, okay? I understand them being upset. Honestly, if they made a film about them going to assassinate President Obama, would some of us take offense to that? Yeah, I think we would. Then again, I think half of this country wouldn't give a crap because a lot of people are tired of Obama. But that's another conversation for another day. So you got to look at it from their point of view. So yeah, I guess you can say, yeah, it's understandable if they get a little upset that we have a plot to kill their own leader. And I think it wasn't only that was upsetting them. I think it was also the fact that maybe they were concerned of how Kim Jong-un would be portrayed in the film. Maybe they thought he would be looked at as like a joke, and that's their leader. So I think that was another thing that caused a whole bunch of unrest within North Korea. So that was in the summer, and then just recently, a couple weeks ago, I think it was like right before Thanksgiving weekend, Sony got hacked, and it was unknown who hacked them specifically. And several things were leaked onto the internet, and something that got leaked on the internet that was big, 4 unreleased films from Sony Pictures have been released onto the internet November 24th. One of them near a whole entire month before it was supposed to come out in the theater, and that film was Annie, and that was the biggest one of the bunch. The new Annie remake with Quvenzhané Wallis and Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, who can't act. That's another story for another day as well. So that got leaked on the internet, and I honestly think that is going to affect the movie's box office take. I mean, the movie comes out tomorrow, actually, December 19th. Again, that's another conversation for another day. So Annie got leaked on it. I'm sure everyone saw it already. So that was the big one. That was the wide release film that was getting a wide release and got leaked early. Then there was Julianne Moore's newest film, Still Alice, starring her and Kristen Stewart, which I actually am guilty of watching. Yes, I did watch it. I knew it wasn't going to come to my theater. It still hasn't come to my theater, and I wanted to watch it. I heard a lot of buzz about it. Part of it was actually filmed close to where I live, so I thought that was pretty cool, and I definitely wanted to check it out, so I did watch it, and I'm actually going to be posting a review for it this weekend, hopefully. And then they also leaked a film called Mr. Turner, starring Timothy Spall, the guy who played Peter Pettigrew in the Harry Potter movies, and I can't remember the name of the other one. Let me check. To Write Love on Her Arms. Never heard of it. So yeah, all those films got leaked, and apparently with a few other things, apparently there were a few emails that were sent to several people. I think one of them was actually that email that was sent to Angelina Jolie from like the people high up in Sony. I don't know if that was part of the hacking or if that was just like an angry email that she received. I don't even know, but I don't know. Maybe that does connect to this whole thing with North Korea in the interview. But so that happened, and we didn't know who hacked Sony at that point, but it's believed that it was North Korea. It's not officially confirmed, but I think they're like the prime suspect in this whole thing, this whole hacking, and that happened in the end of November. Now, 2 days ago on the 16th, North Korea is still completely unrestless with this whole thing. They started releasing terrorist threats to us if we still went on with screening the film on December, or releasing the film on December 25th in all the theaters. They went as far as to say that they would start blowing up movie theaters just like 9/11 if we were to release the film. I think they even said they were going to attack anyone who went to the New York City premiere of the film, which I think was actually supposed to happen yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So they're issuing all these terrorist threats, and then as soon as that started happening, everyone started panicking, especially everyone at Sony, of course. And then, of course, movie theaters, because that's who they're threatening. They're not threatening Sony themselves. They're threatening movie theaters. So movie theaters immediately started pulling the interview's release date and saying, listen, we're not releasing the film on December 25th. We just can't. We can't take that risk. And in the end, yesterday, I think it was last night, Sony made the final decision to just completely shelf the interview. It's not being released on December 25th anywhere. No theater is going to get it, and it's being put on hold now, and it may not even get released for all we know. We have to wait and see. And the only people that have seen the movie are some critics who got early screeners before this all happened, before North Koreans issued the terrorist threats. That's what happened. I know two movie reviewers who actually did get to see the movie, the Schmoes. Christian and Mark got to see it, and they reviewed it, so that was pretty interesting. They thought it was alright. But again, that's another conversation for another day. But so that's the whole thing. The interview has been canceled. They're not releasing the film, and North Korea can at least sleep comfortably and relax because we're not releasing the film. And by the way, before I go any further and give you my thoughts on this whole scenario, I saw an article posted on Facebook about Mark Wahlberg being confirmed to appear in the next couple Transformers movies. So he's apparently going to be in Transformers 5. And one of the top comments was, somebody should tell the North Koreans that Michael Bay is going to make fun of them in Transformers 5, so they'll threaten to blow up our movie theaters and Transformers 5 will get canceled. I thought that was so funny. I don't know. I found that really funny. Anyway, getting serious now, getting into my thoughts on this subject. I honestly think both sides are just dumb. I think they're both acting dumb. I think both sides made poor decisions, and I don't favor either or. And I think this whole scenario is just stupid and childish. As for North Korea, I think they are way overreacting to this. Then again, as I said earlier, it's their leader, and the fact that they are upset over this, I can't relate to that. My leader, our president, is not being portrayed in a North Korean film. Their leader is being portrayed in a U.S. film, and they see that as a bad thing. Okay, even though I don't think that Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg had the intentions to sort of insult North Korea or insult Kim Jong-un. They just, in my opinion, I thought they were just making a movie about these two characters going to North Korea to assassinate the leader as asked by the CIA. And I know we've had tensions, we've had problems, conflicts with North Korea in the past, whatever. But I guess that didn't help the fact that we're making a movie, even though we haven't had the best relations. I guess that plays into it as well. But as long as we don't slander Kim Jong-un or make him look like an idiot or like make fun of him or mock him in any way, I don't really see why North Korea has to be upset. And it didn't look like that's what was going on in the trailers. It didn't look like he was being they made a caricature out of him or something like that. It looked like he was just the leader of North Korea, and Seth Rogen and James Franco going to assassinate him. That's it. So I honestly don't even really fully understand why ignore the music going on in the background. It's a Christmas decoration, guys, alright? It goes off at every hour. There we go. Alright. I honestly don't even understand why they're really that upset over that, but they're upset. Okay, so on their part, I don't get why they're so upset. The other thing I don't like that they're doing is they're issuing these terrorist threats. I think they're taking that way too far. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, they're bluffing, they're not going to do shit. We can't know for sure. So, in a way, it was a good idea for Sony to pull the film because we don't know if they're telling the truth or not. Could they really blow up a theater? We don't know. We don't want to even let them find out. We don't even want to wait and find out. We don't need to cost American lives over a freaking movie. Definitely. But I think they're taking this way too far. I don't think they have to start issuing terrorist threats just to get us to stop releasing a film they don't want released. And I think that was just ridiculous, and I think they're acting really, really dumb. And I just don't think that was right for them to do that. So that's my jab against North Korea. Now, Sony, on the other hand, you can look at it from this perspective. You could even say from the beginning they shouldn't have even made this movie to begin with. Then again, they wanted to tell the story, so they wanted to make the movie. All right, so I'm throwing that away. My jab with Sony is not only that they decided to not release the film, but also that they're not really like standing up against North Korea in this. And I get that they decided to pull the film for the safety of everyone who would go to a movie theater to watch their movie. So that makes sense. But would North Korea have really done anything? We don't know. I honestly don't think they should have entirely pulled the film. I think they should release it maybe at a later time, maybe when this all blows out of proportion and blows over and is slowly forgotten about. I don't know, that's how I feel. Now, to anyone who is saying, and I don't like anyone who says this, I'm sorry, but I'm getting really annoyed of seeing people say, oh, release the movie online for free so we can watch it. Guys, you need to understand this. I actually read my newspaper this morning, and my newspaper themselves said in like a box in the newspaper that Sony needs to grow a pair and release the film for free online. Now, I cannot believe my newspaper actually printed that, okay? And it blew me away. And I'll tell you why I'm not happy with that. Sony gave this production crew, this whole team, just Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, they gave them $44 million. They had a production budget of $44 million. And that's $44 million right there. So even though they're going to lose money regardless, whether or not they release the film online or not for free, since they decided to pull the film, they lost that $44 million. They're not getting that back because the film is not getting a wide release. It's not releasing at all. So they automatically lost $44 million. But why would they then go and upload the film online for free when they're not going to make any money off of it? They're still losing all that money. I mean, I don't get why people are saying they should just upload it for free. It doesn't make any sense to me. When you spend that much money on a film, you're not, and you have stars in that film, like Seth Rogen and James Franco, you're not just going to go upload that movie for free online for everyone who wants to see it, just so people can see it. I know we had plans to see the movie. I personally wanted to go see the movie, but it got pulled, so what are we going to do? They shouldn't upload it for free. That's the point I'm getting at. I think that's a really dumb comment, and anyone who's saying that, I'm sorry, I don't agree. You work that hard to get all that money, and you're just going to go and just put the film online for free. Why not? No. Do I think the film is going to get leaked online at some point? Yeah. Someone's going to leak a version of it online. I just see that happening. But, yeah, so that's my whole stance on this. I think this whole thing in general is just dumb. I think North Korea is acting ridiculous, and I think Sony shouldn't have pulled the film. But then again, as I said, it was for precaution, and we don't need to lose American lives over a film. I was talking with friends about this, and we were just like, we don't need to go into a nuclear war over a Seth Rogen movie. Okay, so in a way, it makes sense. They did what they did. Sony pulling the film. So that's my take on this. I think it's all stupid, and I think it's a shame that they put all that work into making the movie, and now it's not even going to get released, and they just lost $44 million. So that's a shame. Anyway, what do you guys think about this entire thing? Do you think it's stupid? Do you think Sony shouldn't have pulled the film? Do you think North Korea is overreacting? I do. And then do you feel they should upload the film online for free? Let me know your thoughts on that down below. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video.